In this video, I want to go through just some general information on Google Classroom and just a quick review of the different functions within Classroom on both the teacher end and the student end. So when you log into classroom.google.com, it will bring you to your class screen. Make sure that you are logged into your school account because if you're not logged into your school account, then you won't be able to see your classes that you've created. And so when you are logged in, you can click on the class that you want to edit, whether you want to add an assignment or add an announcement. So when you click on the class code is right here in the header. So if you have students that still need to join the class code, here is the code. And when they go to classroom.google.com, they'll actually see a plus up in the corner. They'll click on that and click on join class. And here is the class code. So the stream tab is where it just shows everything that you've done. You've posted a new assignment. You can just share an announcement from here if you want. So if you just have a quick announcement, you can just click that in here. You can add links, you can add YouTube videos, Google Drive, you can add any of that. But that is on the stream. When you want to post assignments, you'll want to go to the Classwork tab. So you can see that I already posted one assignment to send to the kids, so free response questions. So when you want to create an assignment, you just click on create, and then you either have assignment, quiz assignment, question, material, or reuse post. This reuse post is useful, so if you have each of your class periods in a separate Google Classroom, you can actually just click on reuse post, and you can actually pull a post from a different class. You can also create a topic. So if you are in Unit 6 right now, you can make sure that all of your assignments, material, everything goes under Unit 6. And so when you click on anything, so if you want to create a new assignment, sometimes it will pop up and it will give you additional information here. You can now add a rubric to an assignment. So if you have a rubric that you use to grade, you can actually add the rubric there as well. So you can add a title to the assignment. So whatever you want the assignment to be, and then I highly recommend that you include instructions. Be very specific with instructions. What do you want kids to do? How do you want them to turn things in? Anything like that. And so when you add, you can add anything from Google Drive, you can add a link, a YouTube video, or you can add a file. So if you want to add a PDF instead, you can add a file. Remember that kids on their Chromebooks won't be able to see Microsoft Word documents correctly, so make sure that if you are doing anything with Word or PowerPoint that you put it into Google Drive and you change it to Google Slides or you change it to Google Docs. So when you click on Google Drive, it will pull up your drive and you can find whatever you want to post for the students. So let's say that I chose to upload a lab. So I had a lab in Google Docs and I want the kids to be able to do the calculations on there. So when you add a Google Doc or you add anything from Drive, it will give you options over here. Students can view the file, or students can edit or make a copy for each student. So if you want each student to complete this on their own, you want to make sure to choose make a copy for each student. If you want them to just see the document and answer it maybe on a separate piece of paper or in a separate Google Doc, or maybe it's just an instruction document for a project, then you can just let them view it. Remember that if you choose students can edit, you will have all of your students editing the same document. And so then you can choose to make a copy, and then you can also add additional information here. You can also create something to go into here as well. So then over on the side, you can actually choose who you want it to be for. So if you want to post this assignment to multiple classes, you just check all of those. Maybe it just goes to certain students. You can actually choose what students, and then you can change the point total, and then you can add a due date and then a topic if you want to as well. If you are working with maybe writing an essay, you can turn on Originality Reports, and that will tell you how similar it is to other documents. When you're ready to assign, if you want to assign it right away, you can just click on Assign, or if you click on the drop down, it will let you schedule it, or it will let you save the draft. So maybe you're not ready to add it yet, but you don't know what day you want to post it, you can just save it as a draft. Or you can schedule it for tomorrow, you can schedule it for next week, but then when you're ready, you just click on Assign. It will say Assigning, and then once it assigns, it will go to all of your students. So once the assignment is created, it will bring you back to the Classwork tab. So this is where you can actually see what students have submitted the assignment. So if you click on the assignment, you'll see that 0 have turned it in. It's been assigned to one person. And then if you view the assignment, this is where you can actually see who has turned it in. So from the student perspective, this is what the stream would look like. So it will show all of the assignments that are posted, and then when they click in the classwork, they can see each of the assignments. So for example, the free response question assignment that was posted, here are the instructions that I gave, and I had said whether you print the document, you complete it on a separate piece of paper, please take a picture and attach it to this assignment. So as a student, if I click on view assignment, I can add a private comment over on the right hand side. So a student can add a private comment. If they have a question for you, they can put that here. Then over on the right hand side where it says your work, this is where kids can add or create. So if they want to put all the pictures that they take of their work into a Google Doc, or they say that they save them to Drive and they want to upload them that way, they can actually do that. And then when they're ready to go, they can click turn in. If they have a Google Doc that they are editing, this is what it will look like from their perspective. So when they open the Google Doc, it will automatically put their name at the top with the title of the document. So then when they're ready, so let's say they're working through calculations here, and they type in their answer, right, they keep working through, they're typing. When they're ready to turn it in, up in the right-hand corner, they'll just click turn in. And then it will say, you sure you want to turn this in? As a student, they'll click turn in, and now it's been submitted. So then back on the teacher perspective, now it says one student turned it in. So if you want to see what the student work looks like, so again, if you're on the assignment, you can click on student work and it shows one has turned it in. So if you click on that document that you want to see, it will pull up that student specific document. So when you're ready to look at any of their work, so if I scroll down to where I know that they did work, maybe I want to say, you need to show more work. So over here where it says add a comment, I'll just say show your work, right? And then comment. Maybe the same thing here, right? I want them, maybe I can say be more specific, right? Comment that way. So you can also add private comments over here on the right hand side, and then when you're ready, you can give a grade, right? So maybe 90 out of 100, and then when you're ready, you can click on return. If you click on the down arrow, you can return just this submission, or you can return multiple submissions. So if you want to return multiple students at once, you can choose return multiple. So once I hit return, it will say, are you sure you want to return this to them with that grade? And then I click on return, and then the student will be notified as well. So that kind of lets you see on the student perspective and the teacher perspective. When you want to add any work, remember to go to the Classwork. People lets you look at all of the students that are in the course, and then grades let you look at all of the assignments and then the grades the student received. So this grade sheet would be useful when you're looking at transferring it to PowerSchool. So the best thing to do when you're looking at Google Classroom is just play around with it. Make a couple assignments before students are added, or if you want to create a test classroom, just to play around with creating assignments versus quiz assignments versus material, just to make sure that you get used to using Classroom.